Hi everyone, today's video is going to be a wee bit different from my channel, nothing super crazy. I usually do makeup videos, that's what I love, I have a whole makeup collection, but today I'm going to be talking about something else that I love, and it is Disney. A few months ago, maybe like two-ish, I don't know, I posted a video about how I was going to Disney World. And very recently, last week, I actually booked it, it's done. And I realized when I was talking to John's sister, because they went to Disney very recently as well. John's my boyfriend. He's going to Disney with me. But they went to Disney very recently. And I kind of realized how much Disney knowledge, if you will, I have. And it's just because I've been to Disney so many times. I grew up in a Disney family. I grew up in a family where it was like, every year we went to Disney World. We went most New Year's because my birthday is December 30th. So a lot of times on my birthday we would drive down and then we would spend the actual New Year at Disney World. So that was a lot of fun. We would just go to random trips. I went with my grandmother. All 4 years I was in undergrad. I went to undergrad in Florida, and all 4 years we went to the Very Merry Christmas Party. So I say that to say I've had a lot of Disney experience. And I just recently booked another vacation, so I kind of wanted to give you a few tips and tricks. By no means is this an all-inclusive list. If I did that, this video would probably be 7.5 hours long. And I thought that I would tell you what John and I booked, why we booked things like that. And then once we go, I can kind of review things for you. I'll have a haul relatively soon of things we bought for the Disney trip, just things like that. I'm going to make it a whole playlist on my channel in case you're interested in this, but you're not interested in anything else on my channel. I get that. I'm not offended. Not everyone loves makeup. So I'll make it a whole vacation playlist. I think I'll be reviewing another vacation I just went on too, just to kind of, I don't know, not that I'm sick of makeup or making makeup videos, but these are just other things in my life that I do, and I don't think very many people would be interested in a marine biology thing, because that's actually what I do. I'm hopefully relatively soon going to be finishing up my master's degree in marine biology. But all that aside, Disney World. Highly, highly recommend it. Like I said, I grew up going to Disney. My brother, I'm 24 years old. My boyfriend's 26. We're going to spend 4 days at Disney. It is the most magical place on earth. I know that's their tagline, but in my opinion, it's totally true. I love it. But I will be the first to say that not everyone is a Disney person. Disney is very expensive. It just is. John and I went to Universal last year. And this trip, and we did 4 days at Universal, and we got a vacation package on their website, and it was about $1,000 cheaper than this Disney World trip is going to be. It's just how it ended up being. So Disney is very expensive, even in comparison. And a lot of things that's great about Disney, it's not the rides. Disney has some great rides, don't get me wrong, but if you want to go for roller coasters, Disney World is not the place for you. You know, they have a few in each park and some really fun rides, but a lot of it is, especially Magic Kingdom, Fantasyland, you have Peter Pan's Flight, and It's a Small World, and the Snow White ride, I can't remember the exact name of that. And then you have the Little Mermaid ride, and you have things that are more child-friendly, if you will, but to me, I remember going on them. I remember going on them with my grandfather, who passed away in 2009. I went on them with my friends in high school. Multiple Disney trips in high school. I've been on them with my family, my siblings, and my mom. It's a family thing for me. So for me, it's still magical. I still feel like I'm flying over, London on Peter Pan's Flight, and I can suspend that disbelief. Now, if you're not into that, Disney might not be for you. That's just the truth of the matter. I'm not hating on Disney. I love Disney. But I see that some people might not. So that's something you need to think about. Also, what do you want to get out of the trip? So John's family did 2-day park hoppers. Now, a park hopper is it's like $50 more a ticket a day-ish, depending on how many days. If you book more days, you get a discount on tickets. But it's significantly more per ticket per day. But if you just want to go for the roller coasters, you can switch parks. You can go to Space Mountain and the Dwarf Mine Train. Those are the two. And Big Thunder Railroad, and maybe Splash Mountain if you want a water ride. You want to do the thrill rides, if you will, in Magic Kingdom. And then you want to go to Hollywood Studios and do Rock and Roller Coaster Tower of Terror, then you want to go to Animal Kingdom and check out Mount Everest, maybe do some Avatar stuff. You know, if you want to park hop, then you can do that. It's more expensive, but if you're not interested in all the other things, that's an option. John and I are not park hopping because, again, I am interested in all of the other things. I am interested in the magic of Disney. I am interested in all the shows and in just the decor, because we're going at Christmas time and I love Christmas. I'm interested in all of that. I want to be able to walk down Main Street and see, you know, the way they have the wreaths. They have these little like Mickey head wreaths and they have garland around, and everything's decorated for Disney, and just walk and go in all the stores. Like, that's what I want to do. But if you don't want to do that, then don't. Like, don't feel like you have to do that just because you're at Disney. If you have zero interest in it, by all means, get a park hopper. However, do know that it takes about approximately 30 minutes to switch parks. So that's something that's gonna like have to be factored into your time scale. Sometimes it's a little faster, sometimes it's a little longer. It just depends, but in my experience, it takes about 30 minutes. So that's a time thing that you're gonna have to like carve out that amount of time. The other thing is, do you want to stay at a Disney World hotel? John and I are. Again, magic. We are staying at the Disney Art of Animation. Hold on, I got a little thing on my... Okay, all gone now. We're staying at the Art of Animation Hotel. I've stayed at Port Orleans, at the Contemporary, at the Beach Club. I think that's where I've stayed. That is a Disney hotel. It's a lot more expensive for most of them, but they do have some of the discount hotels. They have the All-Stars. They have movies, music, and sports that are all in the All-Star range. And they also have Pop Century. Those are about $110 a night, which isn't that bad considering where you're in Orlando. It's relatively comparable to like the Holiday Inn. Maybe it's a little bit more, but you're on Disney's side. We're staying at the Art of Animation, which is a little more expensive than the All-Star ones, but it's still one of their discount hotels. It's $140 a night, I think. Something like that. We're staying in a Little Mermaid room. I'm really excited about that, which is just like a typical hotel room, but it's decorated in a Little Mermaid. They have like the mirror has like fish all around it. You have Flounder, you have Sebastian, you have Ariel. It's just everything. And they have really cool pools. They have the biggest pool in all of the Disney World resorts. So I'm really excited about that. I've never stayed there before, but I had really good reviews online. And again, it was cheaper. The Contemporary, I've stayed there before. It was amazing. You have a monorail going through your train. But the decor was not super Disney. It was kind of, you know, supposed to be more modern. But that's like $350 a night. John and I can't do that. So think about what you want. Some of the benefits of having a Disney hotel is transportation. You have the buses. Although some of the ones that are like in Disney Springs, there's the Bee Resort and Spa. I've stayed there many times recently as well. That's where my family likes to stay now. It's not a Disney hotel, but it has the buses. You also get extra magic hours, which are hours that the parks are open later just for people staying on resort. So John and I are doing that also. So for us, staying at a hotel was worth it. I will probably review that hotel when we get back to let you know if it's great or not. Based on the pictures, it was magical and wonderful, and I'm really excited about it. So hopefully it is as great as it looks. I don't know. I've never stayed there, so we'll see about that. And then, like I said, we're doing 4 one park a day. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is dining plans. So maybe I'm totally off, but I feel like growing up when I was younger, I'm 24 now. I think I already said that. But when I was younger, the dining plans were kind of crappy. It was like, oh, you can get a hot dog at Casey's Corner, yay! They have legit dining plans now. John and I are getting the deluxe one, which is the most expensive one, but it best fits what we want to do. I don't like to say we're foodies because I feel like that's kind of like obnoxious, and it's like we're not. We just really enjoy food. And growing up, I always went to like the nicer restaurants in all of the parks. But this time we're going to do the same thing. And with the dining plan, the deluxe dining plan that we're getting, you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For lunch and dinner, you can have an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. You also get 2 snacks throughout the day, and you get a little cup for your resort area. I believe you can only have a Disney dining plan if you're staying on resort as well. Another thing to think about. For all of that food, it's $100 a person a day. That might seem like a lot, but if you look at some, like, we can go almost anywhere. We're going to eat, for example, we're going to eat at Beast's Castle, Be Our Guest is the Beauty and the Beast Castle for breakfast, Liberty Tree Tavern for lunch, and Tony's for dinner. Both of us, obviously, and we like to eat a lot. So, and we can get 2 snacks throughout the day. So for us, it's a really good deal. Look at all of them. There are 3. You don't have to have the fancy restaurants. You can do like quicker restaurants, or you can do like not all 3 meals. That's what he and I wanted to do, and for us, it's a really good deal. So it ended up being $800 that whole package because we're staying 2 people, 4 nights. Like I said, $100 a person a day. That's $800. So that's a big chunk of money. But that's all our food. And we can already plan. We're not going to be like, how much are we going to spend? What are we going to do? No, we know. We're spending $800. We've paid for it already. Food is done. And it'll be on our little magic bands. Because you get a little band. It's kind of like a Fitbit, but it's not. And it has like your reservations. It's your key to your hotel. It's everything. So we're going to have that. And we chose to do that. I think it's a really good deal if you, depending on what you want to do. Definitely look at it and think about, again, a lot of things with Disney is what do you want to do? What do you want to get out of that trip? That's what we want to do. But if you do want to eat at the nicer restaurants, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting reservations as soon as you know. John and I we just booked this trip, but we booked our reservations for all of our restaurants about a month ago because we were thinking we were going to do it. We weren't 100% positive. We hadn't bought the tickets yet, but we're like, yeah, we're probably going to do it. So we booked all of our reservations. We booked our reservations in maybe late June or early July for a November trip. They were all booked. Like, not all booked, that's not true. But like, we wanted to go to Cinderella's Castle, all booked. Beast Castle, all booked. Things like that. So, as far in advance as you can, the better. There's no penalty for booking and canceling. But if you don't show up or cancel within 24 hours, it's $10 a person. So, you can book them now, and then like in a month, a month before, if it's like, oh, we're not gonna be able to do that, just cancel them all. It's totally fine. Same on this other side of that. You can always be looking. If you're like, I really want to go to Cinderella's Castle, it's all booked. Just kind of keep continuing looking, and maybe one will pop up. And with everything, you can always call Disney. They're very nice. I called because we knew where we wanted to stay, but the dates that we were planning on staying, there wasn't an opening. So we called and we finagled it, and I got to stay at the Art of Animation, which is what we wanted to do. So if you're having trouble doing it online, which is very easy, I think the site is really easy to navigate. But if you're having trouble doing it online or you just want some help, call them. They're great. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was the parties. John and I are going to the Very Merry Christmas Party. Party tickets are for the nighttime only, so like 4 to midnight for the Halloween party, or 7 to midnight for the Christmas party. It used to be 4 to midnight, but I think now it's 7, which kind of stinks. And you can go to the party, and you get to do, like, it's only people that have those tickets. So there's a lot less people in the park, and they're really good at flushing people out. Trust me, I've done it many times. So they're really good about flushing people out of the parks, and then it's just you. Almost everything is open still, so you can do a lot of things. And the tickets are a little bit cheaper. The Very Merry Christmas Party tickets are about $89 a piece, and a one-day ticket is over $100. So it's a little bit cheaper. That's what he and I we bought those tickets immediately. And then they have different parades and shows and things, and you get to go trick-or-treating for the Halloween party, and you get to have free cookies and hot cocoa for the Christmas party. I've done both. They're both a lot of fun. Everyone dresses up for the Halloween party. It's a lot. There's a lot of like, cute families. If you like to people watch, which I do, there's a lot of cuteness there. And then for the Christmas party, it's just magical. The castle is generally like icicle lights. It's beautiful. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. That's what John and I did to book it. Our trip was really expensive, I'm not going to lie to y'all. For 4 one-day tickets, 5 nights in the hotel, and the dining plan, it was $2,700. It's not cheap at all. But that's what we chose to do. I got on a makeup no-buy. We stopped going out to eat pretty much at all. We've been really cognizant because this is what's important to us. We want to go on this vacation. So it's doable. but I just thought that maybe y'all would like to hear about it, and maybe you'd like some advice from someone who's done a lot of Disney. But I don't work at Disney. I'm not like, I mean, I guess I'm biased because I grew up and I love it, but I'm not like trying to sell you stuff like I work for Disney, because I don't. So that's what we have right now before our trip. If you want to hear about anything else, you can by all means ask. The website has a lot of information as well. And after we come back, I'll be making a lot of videos probably about our trip. But let me know if there's anything else you want to see on this channel. I want to make videos that you want to see. And feel free to leave any comments down below. I can talk about Disney all day, and I love talking to people. It's one of my favorite things. That's why I have a YouTube channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye!